There's a story where there's this man, a boy, and a donkey, and they're walking on a road, and both of them are on top of the donkey. Suddenly, people start judging, saying, man and that boy, they're very mean, because that poor donkey on this terrible sun, and both of them on top of him, poor donkey. And then the man and the boy, they get off of the donkey. And then later on, some people start saying, man, look at that stupid man and that stupid boy. They're in the middle of the sun walking when they could be on top of that donkey. Then the man puts the kid on top of the donkey. Later on, people are saying, look at that kid. What a terrible kid. What a terrible example. Leaving that poor man walking in the sun and only him on top of that donkey. So what we're trying to understand here, this is part of our Bible study today, is about judgments. This is our Bible theme of today. Our main Bible verse is in Acts chapter 28, verse 5. But Paul shook the snake off into the fire and suffered no ill effects. Now, this Bible verse, we have a scenario here where Paul, he is going to Rome, and in the middle of the way, his ship wrecks, and him and some of the others that were in the ship, they get to land. And when they get to land and they're eating, they're around the fire, a snake, which is very known in that area as a poisonous snake, comes and bites Paul. And the people of that place, they start looking at Paul as if he was a real criminal. They start judging themselves. They start judging Paul, saying, well, this man was on a ship and it wrecked. Nature. Again, now he's on land and a snake is coming to bite him. God does not want this man to live. He really is a bad person. And this is the situation where many of us, we find ourselves today. Many of us Christians find ourselves in this position, not as Paul, being the person that is being judged. No, many times in today's day, we have Christians which are judging others. And this is completely normal because you see a person which is passing through difficulties and challenges and illnesses and all of these situations, and you naturally would think that that person is not blessed by God. But the whole situation is, what we should do as Christians is not point out fingers. You see, if we start pointing out fingers and saying who is and who isn't, then we're gonna be taking God's place. And who are we to judge? So, but as normal human beings as we are, we have a tendency of judging other people. We just cannot let this raise into real situations. So today's Bible study it serves for us to analyze that when we see certain circumstances where they're completely wrong, we should take our position. We have to take our position. We as Christians, we should not just be passive to everything that's thrown on us. No, it's not that I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we shouldn't be given and quick, and this shouldn't be a habit of ours as Christians. I hope this video has been a blessing for your life. Grace and peace.